Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I have a meal prep video for you, and for me, meal prep has been a lifesaver on the ketogenic lifestyle, or basically just life in general. It makes mornings run so much simpler. They are chaotic in my household. People grabbing breakfast, grabbing their lunch, trying to get out the door to go to school. So this is why I meal prep. Plus it helps me in case I need something sweet or I need something fast for a meal. I'm not tempted to look for other options, stop and go get fast food, order a pizza, anything like that. So meal prep has been extremely important for us. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. I do meal prep videos, keto grocery hauls, keto recipes, keto blood glucose tests. I do all things keto. And speaking of that, I have a Facebook group called All Things Keto with Kristi. It'll be linked in the description box below. Make sure you join that group. It's amazing. No keto police, and everyone's helpful. If I'm not there to answer your question, someone will who has been following a ketogenic lifestyle for a while. So you're gonna love it over there. And I have an Instagram page. I'll have it down here for you. It's at southern.kristi. I do tons of before and after pictures, pictures of my family, things like that over there. So let's go ahead and get started with today's meal prep video, and let me show you what we're doing this week. I'm going to be making some jalapeno poppers, but with a twist. I have some leftover chicken breast that I had seasoned up with taco seasoning, and I'm going to add that in it. So all you need is jalapenos, bacon, cheese, cream cheese, and some chicken. I'm starting out with 3/4 of a block of cream cheese, and it is softened. Since I'm adding my cooked chicken this time, I'm going to add a lot less bacon, so this is only 1/4 cup. Next, I'm going to shred up some cheese. Do as little or as much as you want. Cheese is definitely a personal preference in a recipe like this. So I probably did a little over an ounce of shredded cheese, and now I'm just going to add in some of my shredded chicken, which is already cooked, by the way. I have everything added into one bowl, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up really good. I've just set my mixture over to the side, and now I'm going to go ahead and cut up my jalapenos. I'm going to slice them down the middle, and then I'm going to take all the seeds out of them. This is how I'm slicing them, and what I do is I take one of the kids' baby spoons from when they were a toddler, and then I just scrape all that out and put it to the side. Now you can see that there's quite a bit of jalapeno still left on the edges. I just chop that off, and no waste. I'm throwing it in here and mixing it up. Okay, so everything is cut up, and all I got to do is mix the rest of these pieces of pepper in here. I took my air fryer and I've lined it with parchment paper just so I don't have to put this thing in the dishwasher. I can just have easy cleanup and pull that out. I do pick my parchment paper up at the Dollar Tree for those of you that want to know. So I'm going to go ahead and mix what little bit of peppers that are in here up. If you want to add any seasoning, definitely now's the time to do it while you're mixing all this up. Again, with the baby spoon, I do a lot of stuff with a baby spoon. I even eat with a baby spoon when I'm eating like ice cream or desserts. I just feel like I don't scarf it down as fast. If you want to add a little bit of cheese on top of these, you can. We don't, because there's so much going on here already. So I'm just gonna fill them up like boats and then lay them down in the air fryer. Okay, I've got them arranged in my air fryer. I'm gonna go ahead and put those in. This is the Cosori. I just touched it and got cream cheese all over it, people. I'll have it linked below. This one is my favorite. I got the big one so I can do more stuff in it since we are a big family. I'm gonna leave it at 350, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the temp or the time down to about 13 and then hit start. Turned off, and they look pretty done to me. Let's move them over here. There you go. See how beautiful those look? We like them golden brown and crispy on the top, just like that. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to let these cool, and then I'm going to transfer them over to a glass lock and lock or a glass Pyrex container, and then I can store them in the refrigerator, and we can just add them to whatever meals we eat throughout the week. That simple. I'm gonna prep up some uncured beef hot dogs for the week since I'm doing carnivore, and I figured these would be good for a lunch. Just add some cheese to that and I'm good to go. So these are the ones I pick up at Aldi. They're non-GMO, no nitrates, no nitrites added. If you look in the ingredient list, I don't know if that's coming up for you guys or not, but there is no sugar added, no hormones ever. So this one is a good source of hot dogs if you're looking for some. You can read all those ingredients and you know what they are. So these have 10 grams of fat for one hot dog, 1 carb, 7 protein. I'm thinking that's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put these in my air fryer, which I've lined. You know I love to do that, so I don't have to put this whole thing in the dishwasher or wash it by hand. So I'm just gonna stick them in the air fryer and cook them up. Okay, I have no idea how long I'm gonna cook them on. I'm gonna put them on 350 at 15. I'm gonna hit start on those, but I'm gonna come back, pause it halfway through and see where they're at this point. Okay, what can I say? I left them in the entire time because I like my hot dogs done. I especially like them crispy and almost darkened, and I know that's going to be triggering for some people, carcinogens and all that good stuff, but I like that toasted burnt taste. So now I'm going to go ahead and let these completely cool. I'll store them in a glass container in the refrigerator. Then all I got to do is warm them and shred some cheese on those and eat them for lunch throughout the week. Yes, more proteins. Go carnivore challenge. Okay, this is the Jimmy Dean sausage that I picked up at a discount store. You can see this in my grocery haul. I'll have it linked above for you in the cards if you want to go see what I picked up this week. But these do have a little bit of sugar in those, and that is for the curing process, a little bit of sugar and dextrose. But your carb count is only 1 for 2 of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and fry up some sausage, so I'll have that for breakfast to get me through the next 5 days. I normally don't buy this type of sausage, you know, the type that's already cut for you and shaped and all that good stuff. I usually buy the ones that are in the tube and do it myself. But let me tell you, I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that all I had to do was just dump these in here and not get my hands dirty, and now all I gotta do is just cover them up and let them cook. So these are probably gonna be on my list from now on. They're so tiny. Okay, maybe not. I make mine into more like hamburger patties when I cook them, and we like them just like that. I should have left these probably a little longer. We like our sausage well done. But when I pat out my sausage, you guys have seen it in the past, I always pat them into more like a hamburger patty instead of something so tiny, because we like to add them to sandwiches and things like that. Maybe like a breakfast biscuit we put together, and this would probably take 2. I'm just gonna go ahead and cover those. Okay, now that these are done, I'm going to take them straight out of the pan and put them into my glass container. And I'll just let them cool on the stove or on the bar. Once they are, I'll cover them. And as usual, store them in the fridge. One of Briley's quick go-to snacks is cucumbers. I picked this one up at Aldi this past grocery haul for 75 cents. I just got one of them because they're out of school for the next several days. My kids are always out of school. Are yours? It seems like they never go. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one up and put it in a Pyrex dish, and that way when she needs them, she can just go get a plate full of those and some cheese cubes and almonds. That's her favorite thing to eat as a snack. So I like to have them ready to go, so she doesn't decide to go for something less healthy. But this cucumber, I didn't even feel like getting the chopping mat out, so I am just going with a paper towel. I've noticed that if I have my fruits and veggies already cut up, washed, peeled, in the refrigerator, ready to eat, we are less likely to waste them. Do you guys have that same issue? We used to waste a lot of things just by leaving them in the crisper, and when they're not ready, the kids won't go to them as quickly, and for that matter, neither will I. But definitely a great meal prep idea, just to go ahead and get everything washed, cut up, ready to go, and when you need it, quick, there it is. So now all I've got to do is just put the lid on here and store them in the refrigerator for her. And that's one reason I love these glass containers, is because when this is sitting in the refrigerator, she can see exactly what's in it. She won't have to dig around, and she'll know, hey, I've got cucumbers to snack on. So I'm gonna go ahead and boil some eggs. I know, guys, lots of meats and proteins this week. Carnivore challenge is coming, so I want to be prepared. I'm only gonna do 6 because I'm not a huge hard-boiled egg lover. And just so you know, I still go old school and do these on the stove. So I just have a pot of cold water, and I'm gonna put my 6 eggs in here and let this come up to a boil. I'll boil it for 10 minutes. And then take it right back out and put it in an ice bath. Okay, these have been boiling for 10 minutes. I'm just going to take them over to the sink and drain the hot water off of these. I go ahead and start by running some cold water in there. Once I have the pot cool down with the cold water, then I just go ahead and add lots of ice and let them sit in an ice bath for about 10 minutes. Okay, these have been sitting and they're quite cool. They've been in here for 10 minutes. I'm gonna drain the water off and crack me some eggs. And your ice bath is key to getting these to peel so great after you get done boiling them. Okay, so again, Pyrex container, glass, store them in the fridge with the lid on them. This way I'll be able to see exactly what's in here and I won't be tempted by anything else. Plus, this is like another one of Briley's favorite snacks to go to. Okay, I got my meal prep containers stacked on top of each other right there, and I'll probably be having some of this during the carnivore challenge. This is the pulled pork that I pick up at Sam's. Stay tuned for that video. But see, I keep everything in glass containers. Got my chicken over here thawing out, ready to go. Easier to get to, and you can see everything that's going on. Thank you so much for watching this one. If you're wondering about my t-shirt, I have mentioned it before. This is from Redmond Real Salt. I love keto apparel, so that's where I picked this one up. I'll have their link below. You can also go over there and pick up some of their salts if you're interested. I have picked them up and I did an unboxing on my Facebook group if you want to go check that out. But I love Redmond Real Salt, not a sponsored video, and I like the fact that it is mined in the US. So make sure you check them out if you're looking for apparel or some pink salt. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope everyone has an amazing week. Bye.